Hey guys, welcome back to the Forza Faceoff. I'm Jeremiah, and here's Steven, or Singularity 80.
How you doing, Jeremiah?
I'm doing pretty good, considering I have won one of the events now. I'm not going to lie, that does make me feel a little bit better.
That doesn't make me feel better at all.
Why? Because you've only won most of them?
Right.
So today, we're doing something a little different. We're going to do nothing but drag races, and we're going to be going through the entire performance spectrum. So we're going to be starting with the D-Class cars, then we might jump around a little bit. But so our only restrictions are you got to buy a car that is D-Class, you got to modify it, and then we'll talk about the cars on our way to the drag strip. That footage may or may not make it into the video depending on how long it is, because we have a long drive ahead of us. But so do you have your eye on a D-Class car that you might buy and modify? Because we can do anything we want as long as it stays in the D-Class.
I've got some thoughts, but I actually haven't made a choice yet. So we're not dealing with exactly cars known for their speed, and there are some ones in here that certainly weigh about as much as a tank. So yeah, it will be very interesting to see how we come out on this one.
Well, I've made my choice.
Oh, now you're gonna force me into a decision right now? Is that okay?
No, I'm just letting you know I've made my choice. You do whatever you want.
Okay. Well, I got one here, so I think I'm gonna go with this one. This is kind of a random choice, but I'll make it work.
All right. So I'm going to go head to the garage and get to work, and I'll talk to you in a couple minutes.
Sounds good. I have no idea what Jeremiah has in mind. Actually don't know what this car's rated at. I forgot to look. I could have really messed myself up here. So we're going to go across the street, though, and have a look. 448. I don't have a lot of room to make this thing fantastic, but it's a drag race, so acceleration means everything here. So we want to try to add as much accelerating power to this car without cranking the ratings. Launch and acceleration are going to be critical.
Okay, so this car is terrible looking and very slow, but the reason I got it was because you can modify it. Since it's only a 200 level, you can add a lot of stuff to it before you technically go over. So I'm going to do that. That looks pretty sweet. Oh yeah, we'll add a little spoiler on the back. That actually lowers its level, so I'm glad I'm doing that. And then rear bumper, yep, I was hoping there was just like a rear bumper delete option. So this car is going to look like garbage. It's
a pretty significant addition for shift time. So we're definitely going to put a race clutch on. That's a shift time reduction with it's not costing me much to do that. I doubt any of these conversions are going to, definitely can't do any of those. I seriously doubt I could do a drivetrain swap. Oh, I actually can. Wow. Boy, it hurts acceleration though. Look at that. But man, the launch. That's a huge improvement. I think I'm going to end up doing that. I'll have to just beef the acceleration up on this car as best I can. Let's go ahead and do that. I think I'm going to do, instead of the turbo, I'm going to do a combination of the fuel system and the... Ooh. Yeah. I should have given myself more room to upgrade. I think Jeremiah's gonna get me pretty easy because I didn't pay attention.
Let's go straight to total conversions. So engine swaps. Well, okay, the only one we could do is this D-Class that puts that same little turbo 4 in it that I've put in a couple other cars that makes my day a living hell. Let's see, we can make it a turbo by just converting it to single turbo. Let's see what converting to all-wheel drive does. All-wheel drive gets a really good launch. Now see, that technically makes the car slower. It even knocks the level down farther, but that's good because that lets me put in... well, if I put in that engine, the problem is, it gets me up to a 485. That's very close. 500 is as good as I can go. So that would give me 15 more to mess around with. Let's see how far would that raise? Ew. Yeah, adding any sort of better tires, that's going to completely mess up my possibilities. So I can't put in that little turbo engine because that's going to really raise my level a little too high. So let's just make sure. Well, actually, will it? Because it goes up to, yeah, 485. That's way too high. So we're going to go ahead and convert to turbo, single turbo. And then let's see what's the biggest turbo we can put on it. All right, a race turbo. Wow, plus 7 horsepower. Are you kidding me? This car's performance will best be described as anemic, and Steven might very well win this first one. And then, of course, we want to do weight reduction because that's like instantly giving you more power. All right, extra 3 horsepower it is, and then let's tune this sucker. The final drive, I'm going to shorten because I doubt I'm really going to hit, like, I need to be accelerating as fast as possible, and if I go much above 140, I'll be surprised. So we're going to tune towards the acceleration side of things, and if 6th gear, I'll make 6th gear pretty tall, so I can keep accelerating if that comes into play, but I'm guessing it's probably not going to.
I can put the flywheel on and top it at. Now I've topped the car out. I can't do anything else. So, yeah, let's go look. I'm not real hopeful because I made a bad choice starting off, but we'll. But Jeremiah does have a penchant to burn rubber, so unless he gets a car with a really high top end, I'm not terribly worried. I feel like I might have a chance. Ouch. Well, that's an interesting choice. It is.
An old BMW.
Yeah.
All right, what'd you do to it?
So it has, I had to go for it. So the base rating on this car, I believe, is 448 or 444. So I had to really be picky and choosy. I could not do anything in regards to tires or a lot of the typical things that I like to do for a car. The key change, though, was an all-wheel drivetrain.
Yeah, I also did that.
Yeah, because that provided some significant boosting to the car's takeoff ability. So,
well, I have a turbocharged engine. It's not got a lot of power. It's somewhere around 200 horsepower. It's not a super heavy car, but it's by no means a powerful car. And the top speed is not amazing. Like I said, this is the D-Class, though, so...
They say there's one for
All right, I launch better.
You do.
I'm going to go ahead and just pull in front of you, just to assert dominance.
Yeah, definitely. Again, as I said, aesthetic trophy all the way. That patina is... Oh, trying to put a block on me, Jeremiah? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh.
No, you hit me. You hit me.
No, I was going in a straight line. I had the nose of my car on the runway stripes.
I'm drafting you. It does not appear to be making a difference, and you win. By less than a second, but you win. All right, well, that was the D-Class. That's, not the most exciting car class, but... Not too bad.
I'm actually readily impressed how much that this particular car was able to flex and just add a little to it. It's some of the cars that we've done, I don't care if I keep in my garage, Jeremiah, but I probably will keep this one.
It is a good car.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next one. All right. Up next is the C-Class. So... you can buy a D and modify it, or you can just buy a C and modify that. Are you going to change your strategy up a lot from last time without telling me too much?
Maybe a little bit, Jeremiah. I'm not. I'm going to peruse a couple of the C-Class cars here because in the lower classes we have a lot more options. So I need to get a little bit of a feel for what's available, and but not a whole lot. It's a drag race, so I want to. There's things I'm going to focus on. What I will change a little bit more is hopefully give me something with a little bit more room to modify.
Yeah, that'd be good. All right, well, I think I've got my choice.
Going through a lot of C cars. I really want to use that car, but it really has no room to modify, like none.
I'm gonna challenge you a little bit here. I'm gonna do upgrades. I'm gonna stay on the mic the whole time. I don't even care.
Oh yeah?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I don't even care.
Just throwing the subterfuge out the window, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I can go with that.
Once again, I'm spending money on things that do not affect performance in any measurable way. Let's look at them engine swaps. Think about all-wheel drive. It makes so much sense to make your car all-wheel drive because it doesn't affect it, you know?
Yeah, you're not, and you're, maybe that one.
I feel confident in saying that this is probably a direction that no one's ever taken this particular car.
Yeah,
I'm feeling that extra budget here, you know what I'm saying? Well, I was for a second. Then I tried to spend too much money again. Have you already picked your car? You making mods?
I haven't, but I'm about to, and this is going to be an odd choice. I might be sorry for this, but man, the room to mod this thing.
Don't worry me here. You've already won one.
Just go with my classic color here, but then we'll get over to mod it. I will be saved if I can mod this thing up really, really far, but
do you know if you can?
Oh, it's got a lot of room. I've got almost the entire spectrum of the C class to do it, but I just don't. It will come down to what mods are available. I'm sure we will be distinctly different. I'm pretty sure this is. I'm fairly certain this is a vehicle you would never pick.
Maybe that's what I want you to think.
No, I'm pretty certain you would never pick this car, Jeremiah. I might as well go and look at the grades now and just see what I've got available. Oh goodness, that's no.
Well, I just made a decision that's going to cost me a lot of money because I'm going back on something I did earlier, but I think it's probably the right move. That said, I don't really know how fast this car is going to be.
I have done 2 modifications and have almost no Forza rating left to give. But that's okay. I still might be able to make a couple of changes that will help me.
Feel like this may not be... I may have made a bad choice.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I did, but
Well, I'm going to commit to it. I'm waiting for you outside.
Okay. I'm almost there, so.
I think the jump between D and C is not as big as I thought it was going to be.
No.
What you got? What is that?
This is I believe it's a 71 455 Trans Am.
Interesting. All right, what'd you do to it?
So once again, for the purposes of launch, I did drop an all-wheel drivetrain on it. There is a supercharger on the engine, and those 2 changes constituted a majority of the performance budget. But I threw on a couple other things to add 1/10 of a point on acceleration and shift time and that kind of stuff. So very similar to before, but I'm apprehensive.
Well, I have, obviously, a 240. And I have just done like camshafts, displacement, stuff like that. I did have a supercharger on it, but that wasn't giving me enough power, and it was taking up too much of my Forza rating, so I dropped it. And I'm sitting at a nice 599. I haven't actually tested the top speed, so I know what it is supposed to be, and I geared it so it should hit it, but we'll see.
Yep.
Oh, geez. All right, there you go.
Okay, well, I got the launch advantage, so it's going to come down to your top end, because mine is not that good. I didn't tell you that yet, but it's not.
Yeah, but you're way out there. How not good is it?
I think it's only about 160.
Mine isn't that good.
Oh.
You're going to take away on this one.
I won't even get to the top end before the event ends, though.
Yeah, me neither. Shoot, mine's supposed to be in the 150s. I'm not going to clear 140.
I only got to 150.
All right, another definite win for Steven. Forza Faceoff, where Steven wins. All right, up next is B. B.
We're finally above average.
So I think I'm actually going to just grab something out of my garage for this one.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, I think I might. Who knows what'll make a returning appearance?
Oh, I do have something in my garage that's potentially worthy. Although I need to look at the spectrum of B cars. That's may not be so much.
Well, I might throw a Hail Mary. I'm not sure. Since you've won twice, I got to start getting creative here.
Can't sort these by... I wanted to sort these by Forza rating, but you can't.
Yeah, I got something for you.
Okay.
I'm going to modify it again on comms, just so I can try to figure out your strategy.
Okay, well... I'll even let you in on the first bit of my strategy. Like in car selection, I look at what the range... I always look at what the range is on certain vehicles. Like how high... If I look at the entire B class, I will see how... Okay, so I find a car that I think has the highest speed rating. And then what is its Forza rating? Like, what is my spectrum? So if I pick a
you're
car
looking at
that's
speed ratings.
under
Okay, I'm an idiot because I don't do any of that.
Well, I'm looking at all the ratings though. Like, so I will look at speed rating and then, but that's not necessarily the car I'm going to pick. I just want to know if I pick a car, how far away is it from the car that represents the top end of the class?
Gotcha.
And then I go from there and try to figure out, okay, now what can I do to, what kind of a car can I select to get close to that, or could I mod one and get close to that? I want something that has a good basis to go from, but then where can I go? Where can I go with it from there? How much further? Oh, this one's not in my garage, but this is the one I'm using. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to use your garage. I just decided to.
Never mind. That's a DLC car. I'm not using it.
Okay.
Oh, that totally ruined a really good plan. Yeah, that sucks. I really want that car too. That's okay.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I'm taking on the drive for on the highway. I might need to rethink my strategy here.
Yards, turn right. Turn sharp right.
I think I'm gonna go with this car. It's potentially a bad choice because there's not a lot of room to upgrade it, but that's...
Wow, you haven't even bought your car yet?
No. But I'm going to rely that its base statistics are high enough, and it's the particular stats I want, so I will endeavor to hopefully get a couple of things added and then make it worthwhile. Wow. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Well, that's I'm going to be doing a whole new strategy here, Jeremiah.
Oh, really?
The typical strategy for this is not yielding anything good for me. So this will be interesting how this plays out. Yeah, I'm not going to have a lot of options to work here.
No, don't you do that thing. You're doing that thing. You're like, oh, I just don't know if this is going to be that great, and then you're just smoke me.
I've done this every time. Except for the Trans Am so far, I've gotten myself cornered where I don't have a lot of options to choose from. It really does. It starts coming down to where I can improve the car, because I'm really choke holding myself here. I don't even think I'm going to be able to get this to the top of the scale. Oh, no, I did. Never mind. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't feel good about this one.
I'm currently at 702. I'm trying to lose 2 real quick. Oh, I'm about to see you here. What you got there? Interesting.
An NSX.
Interesting.
You took one of the cars I was looking at too.
Well, there's like 100 of these little wagons, so was it this one exactly?
No, not exactly.
Right.
Well, I'll be waiting for you, partner.
Yeah. The car I originally was trying to go after was the BMW 850 CSI, but that's in a DLC pack.
That would be a cool car.
Yeah, its launch is like 8.7.
So, what'd you do to your NSX?
A departure from the previous drag races we've done, Jeremiah. I did not have the modding space to put all-wheel drive on this car.
Really?
So, had to stay with the rear wheel. Made some improvements modestly to some, I think, either to the fuel system, maybe some exhaust, but just whatever I could to add a little bit to its base ratings. I'm sort of putting my faith in the base ratings of this car to get the job done, and I'm a little concerned it's not going to. But we'll see.
Well, I can tell you what I did to mine. Mine is all-wheel drive, obviously, and it is turbocharged, obviously. It has not the crazy rally engine, but it has a 2-liter turbocharged variable valve timing engine with a little bit of camshaft work and some lot of gear changes.
Oh boy.
I don't want to disturb you, but I'm around 2,400 pounds and about 310 horsepower.
Yeah.
And my 0 to 60 is in the low 3s.
Okay.
Hey, let me have one, okay? I think I discovered, I stumbled upon a little freak accident here with this car.
That's going to tell a story already. Okay, maybe I only spun for a quarter second, but yeah, you're going. I guessed badly.
Your speed, it looks like you might be starting to catch up now, are you?
I don't have much left in the top end. It's not near enough. If this car could do 180 by the end of the drag race, I'd say yes, but it can't. It's only going to get to about 150.
I am redlined at 155.
Yeah. If my car could shift faster, I think they'd be really close, but it's not. Because I didn't change the shifting or anything like that, there's no way.
Well, you have an opportunity to redeem it. You could always take that as your A car if you like the rest of the car.
No, there are A options that are way better.
Okay, all right.
A options are when we get into some really serious performance cars.
Let's up the ante a little.
Okay.
One of the S's So we don't tell each other which one it will be, but for either S1, S2, or X, we have to use one of the cars we've used already.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Give it one more chance.